See this play.
And now you can see the Friday Shot Day show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv.
Rough Edge FM at roughedgefm.com.
It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and great happy hour specials. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Turn it up, get ready for the roar. Friday Shot Day show, knocking on your door. Grab your glass, pour that liquid fire. We're gonna drink till we can't get no higher. Friday Shot Day show, gonna make you scream. Raise your glass high, live that wild dream. Feel the burn, let it take control. Pour another round, lose your soul.
Friday Shot Day show.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
It's the Friday Shot Day show live here on Rough Edge FM. Took us a long time to get started today because I was updating the computer. Not a good thing to do before the show, but we're back on the air now, so we're all good.
Well, at least I'm going to tell you,
She's going to
Mac updates are a lot quicker than Windows updates. And you know
restart. Yeah, there's just a restart is
because how long were some of those Windows updates that you used to do?
Oh,
it was like, forget doing a show today.
When my mother asked me to come over and do a PC update for her, I literally had to leave it on all overnight to download the size of the thing.
They're brutal.
She had really slow internet too, so that accounts. But yeah, I mean, okay, I'll see you in the morning, Mom. That was all there was to it.
Yeah,
this is much faster. The problem is that it
sometimes
updates,
changes things.
Yeah, it changes Google and it changes Chrome, and we have to use Chrome in order to get out here on StreamYard. So that's where we are. But we got a lot to talk about and not much time because I ate up 30 minutes of it. And plus we got to get to Harbor Cove Cafe. So
I've been waiting on this for quite some time.
I just saw that ad for Harbor Cove Cafe and I'm thinking, you know what? You guys all get your Mai Tais. That's fine. I'm looking forward to the designated driver, which is a mocktail there. No alcohol, but boy, I love that too. So, and we'll all have basically Mai Tais and fries.
Yes.
I won't have Mai Tai, but they will. And
yeah,
designated driver and fries doesn't sound as good.
Oh, but you
still sounds good.
We can come up with something.
Yeah.
Cocktail and fries.
Mocktail and fries.
Mocktail and fries.
That'll work. Yeah.
It's not a Mai Tai, but it's a mocktail.
Yeah.
So it's close.
Trying to think of something that rhymed with driver. But I don't feel like it right now. So we're over. So today, Julia's already been at work because she was bored. So while I was fixing the computer, she was drinking.
Yes. Oh, I never get that right.
You never can. This is a pumpkin ale from Elysian.
I'm not a huge beer or ale person, especially if it's fluffy with like flavor, but I like this. I like it a lot. The color is nice. The flavors are nice. You get those spices, the nutmeg and the cinnamon and clove flavors in here.
It's more of a pumpkin pie ale than it is just a pumpkin ale. That's what I think that's that's why everything's pumpkin spice this time of the year, because it's pumpkin pie usually. And bring me a pumpkin pie. I'm good for that.
Yeah, they did a good job. I would probably turn this into a cocktail. I would add either some whiskey or some rum very easily. It would really make it. I'm thinking maybe a little fireball because that would beef up the cinnamon.
That's true. See, she thinks.
And I think that might give it that warm. Now, it is not a day to be drinking a warm cocktail. We are dying over here.
No AC up here because we're saving money. That's good, but it's hot.
It's okay. I think it still could lend. I could definitely see this being a cocktail that you make for those chillier nights, and I'm gonna try it. Yes, I am. I'm gonna go over there
I'm all.
and I'm gonna try it.
We've
and
got a
see
whole
what it
wall of
does.
booze, so Julie's going to go experiment with that.
Mhm.
And while she is, I will say that we were going to take my mother to House of Bamboo out here in Old Town Camarillo. She hasn't been there yet. We've been a couple of times, and first time, as you recall, we weren't that impressed. The whole thing just seemed weird. Randy, of all people, at Harbor Cove Cafe told him, give him some time. They'll be fine. We went back a few months later, and he was 100% right. Much better experience the second time around. But she couldn't make it. She was sick. So we had to skip her visit to House of Bamboo. Again, out in downtown, in Old Town Camarillo. Great place. All right, so Julie, what have you done to your? She's spitting it out. Must be terrible.
No, I just need to stir it.
Okay.
Because the fireball's sitting on top. Do we have something so I don't stick on top of the table?
I'll throw it away over here. Yes. Better?
Not better. It does beef up. It gives it a little bit more heat.
More of the cinnamon flavor like you anticipated?
Yeah. You could also do a rum. Would go very nicely with this.
I can imagine that.
I bet you the triple Jameson triple, because that's
already coffee based.
Creamy. No, that one isn't coffee based, but it is creamy. It's got a nice flavor to it. So I think it wouldn't take over the coffee pumpkin flavor of this, but it would just give it a little extra oomph.
There is a coffee based.
They do
Jameson.
have a cold brew Jameson.
Yeah.
That could also work if you're looking to really beef up that coffee taste. So there's endless possibilities, but I'm going to say I'm going to be looking for this because I like it, and I'm not a huge beer drinker, but I'm liking this.
Hopefully it'll be out again this year. This is from last Halloween. And beer keeps forever, so there's no worries there. But I imagine they'll have a new batch of this coming out.
And they have a couple other ones in there that are kind of fun. Yeah. So
we'll go through those through the month of October.
And I think that, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely.
We will look up Elysian. I'll see if it's coming out again. While you tell everybody about, her son Jared's big news.
Yes. Jared, you all have met him a couple times, and he's a budding bartender mixologist. He's actually getting his certificate, and he's going to be doing bartending for the mansion.
That's very nice.
And
tell everybody what the mansion is.
The mansion is in Peru. It's a gorgeous, beautiful place.
It really is.
It was built in the 1800s, and then it burnt down, and then they rebuilt it in the 80s, and they tried to keep it true to form. So it's just beautiful. It's really nice.
I can't begin to tell you how great this place is. You go there and you're expecting, it's going to be a nice little, mansion, manor kind of thing. You get there and it's like Hearst Castle.
It's really, it's beautiful. Everything, and Ken and Betty Lou, who own it now, they just purchased it this year. I'm really trying to take it back to the original state.
I love that.
The beds and everything, all the furniture, vintage stuff. They do a lot of shopping to get real authentic vintage furniture. They're taking it back to where it belongs and giving it that mansion feel. So it's not really the estate a feel anymore. It's really turning back into a mansion. It's beautiful. There's so many great things. The outside is gorgeous. The land, an orange orchard, a vineyard, amazing things. And he's going to get to do work up there. My husband, James, is the director of operations, and I go up and assist with a lot of different things. So we'll be a team again. We get to go back and work together because we work together in musical theater, and now we're going to come back together and work in this. And he's thrilled. He's just like already starting to make more cocktails, and I'm going to try this and this and, do this. And so he's very excited, and it's really great to see the enthusiasm and how excited he is about everything.
And again, you got to see the building just because of its incredibly gorgeous nature, but also because it's more than a single era.
Right.
It covers.
It goes you get everything from the ground floor. Underneath the ground floor, the basement is like a dungeon, and that's the bachelor pad for a wedding.
And dungeon is the right word for it. It's where I would live if I lived there.
Antlers, big long tables.
It's like a room out of Game of Thrones.
Yes, it's so perfect, and they have all sorts of games down there. It is a lot of people's favorite place. It's dark. It's just mysterious.
Mostly men, I bet.
Everything is stone, like all the walls, because it is the basement.
Rocks.
Have the banquet hall, which is really opened up, and they have this humongous picture window that is lined with stained glass, and you look out into the front yard and you see the orange groves and this gorgeous fountain, and then the mountains across the way. It's just
is that the door that opens like a garage door?
That's on this.
Tell them about that.
Third floor.
Because this blew my mind when they opened this window upstairs.
So then you go up to the third floor, and there's a lot of bedrooms up on the third floor. It's basically your main bedroom staying. And they have a master bedroom, and they have the captain's quarters, and they have all these different themed rooms. Every room in that place is themed, which is so cool.
Some of them multi-themed, by the way, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah, they are themed. They have a family room.
And they're not goofy themed like the Madonna Inn. They're like stylishly themed.
Right. And they have a family room, and the family room is they have the front part for the mom and dad. And then there's a little door, and you go through the door, and it's for the kids. So the kids are right off the mom and dad's room, and they have all the stuff that they need in that room. Every room has their own bathroom, beautifully decorated. The beds are all gorgeous. Just so much fun.
The one bedroom, and maybe this is the one that you guys stayed in. The bedroom is like something out of a Jane Austen novel. It's kind of an old-fashioned, ritzy, kind of high-class feeling area. You go into the bathroom, and the bathroom's super nice as well, but the shower is made of rocks.
And it's circular, and there's shower heads all the way around and then coming from above.
We didn't notice that till we left, and we saw the knobs on the side of the thing. There's all over them.
They have these piping on the outside, and they're towel warmers, and how they warm the towels is the hot water that goes to the shower goes through the piping and heats up your towel.
Perfect.
So you have a nice warm towel when you get out of the shower.
It's amazing.
It's luxury all the way around.
Big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also something that you're not looking at it just for the luxury. You're looking at it for the architecture and the outside garden and
glass windows
the pool.
In there are gorgeous. Everything is, even some of the artwork that Ken and Betty Lou have been buying lately are very specific. They're very beautiful. They're very classic vintage stuff to really elevate your experience when you go in there. And I know I'm talking it up a lot, and I know we're very involved in it.
I'm not, and I'm telling you that she's right.
It's just, to them, it's like, here's this gorgeous mansion. We want the world to see it. And they're doing a lot of different events to open it up to people so people can come up and see it. It's not going to be closed off anymore. And then you go to the fourth floor, and the whole entire fourth floor is the bridal suite. And the bridal suite is mainly white. It's like a creamy white. You can see out from all different angles. They have a little kitchenette. You have a little room off to the side that's in one of the circular towers off to the side. They call it the cry room for the bride that ends up wanting to have her little meltdown. There's like all these different
Not the runaway bride room. There's a difference.
It's so unique and so cool. And that one is decorated a little bit more modern. It's not quite as vintage as some of the other rooms are,
But that's important to have too.
but it's very, very classy. It lends way for beautiful bridal pictures prior to being married.
Now-
And then once you're married, that becomes the bridal suite.
Yes.
So it becomes something that they stay in. Beautiful, gorgeous bed. The shower is like this long shower that you can certainly share with your new, wonderful, significant other.
I would take her to the dungeon myself. Drag her by the hair.
It's so much fun, and people are really enjoying it. And we've been doing some events, and people are starting to see the place because we've done a couple different events there now, and people are walking through and going, wow, we've heard about this place. We knew it was up here. Now we get to see it. You go outside, you have the orange grove that you drive through to get up to the mansion. You go through a gated opening, and then it's like this long driveway, and then the mansion's at the end of it, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
And you get out and you automatically know where you're at. I mean, it's just this, there's a gorgeous fountain out front. And then the building set right behind it, like something out of a movie or something.
And there's another fountain off to the side. There's fountains everywhere.
And my favorite thing, circular staircase. I love circular staircase.
Yeah. It's just everything is top notch. So when you go there, you know you're up there. You feel luxurious. You feel amazing. The pool is huge.
And beautiful.
And it's not a wimpy pool. You got your short end, and your short end, once you get off the steps, is already above your waist. So it's not like, oh, the dinky ones where it
Get your feet wet.
You get not even halfway across the pool, and then it's like, boop, it goes right down. And it's at least 8 feet, if not 10 feet deep. But the water, they keep it at a temperature. When you go in, at first you feel a little chilled. Once you're in it, you step up and it feels chilly, and then you go back in and it's so warm. It's that perfect warm temperature. It makes it impossible for you to want to get out. I'll tell you, I've been in the pool twice now, and I've spent almost 2 hours each time just treading water, swimming around, laying on my back and looking at the stars. And nobody's up there. There's trees everywhere surrounding it. So it's so incredibly peaceful.
Nice decoration of
relaxing.
turtles, stone
Yeah.
turtles around the
They're
pool.
spitting into the pool.
Not really. It's water, but wanted to clarify it wasn't spit. Yeah, it's just truly amazing. So the website is newhallmansion.org. Is that right?
I believe so.
So check out newhallmansion.org. If you want to see some photos and other things there, you can also book it there. There's no
Weddings,
better place for a wedding.
Yeah, you could even just, if there's nothing going on the weekend, you can still rent a room up there. People have done all sorts of things. We just recently had a party that came up and rented for the weekend. They had been married there 5 years prior. They wanted to celebrate their 5th anniversary there. So they came back up. They had about 20 people come up, pool party, the whole 9 yards. And as we're going through, as we're getting more and more involved, we're beefing little things up. We're adding little special things. You know, I just recently went out and bought a bunch of spa towels. So that way, when you go to the pool, it's not your little dinky pool towel. It's like a nice big white spa towel that you get to wrap yourself in.
She got that message during a show or
Yeah.
at the very end of a show. She gotta go get the towel.
Yep. Actually, we were at Lacabanya eating dinner, and all
That's
of a sudden
right.
I get a call, and it's like, "Oops, see you later. I gotta go
You gotta-
pick it up. Sorry, I left just so quickly."
You got to drive all the way from Santa Paula, all the way to Ventura, all the way from Ventura back to Piru. But that's the kind of service you're going to get.
Yep.
So
And that's what we're trying to do, is because it's that type of place. It's that place where when you go there, your needs are taken care of. You feel special because it's a special place and it's a getaway. And we want people to feel like, wow, this is amazing. And then if you have a big wedding, there's an inn right down the road, literally, that's called Mountain View Inn. Very historic as well. And it's been restored to its original state. Gorgeous rooms in there. A beautiful 5-star gourmet restaurant called the Trellis. You can have your dinners there, and then they do wine tastings there, all sorts of different things over there. And they have these beautiful rooms, and each room is decorated again uniquely, but with all
I didn't know
beautiful
that.
stuff.
Cool.
And then just diagonal from the inn is Corazon de Peru, which is a coffee shop in the morning, and then it's a bar billiard place at night. So it only has one pool table, but they have all sorts of games. They do all sorts of events. We do karaoke, we do bands.
I was going to ask you where the karaoke was, because think about it. You get married, you go to the room, finish up your honeymoon, and then you go karaoke. It's a perfect day.
Yep. And we do all sorts of different events at the Corazon de Peru this weekend. We're doing a screening of the first 2 episodes of Lanterns, the new series that's out, because
And
it
why?
was filmed in Peru on the main strip. You actually see Corazon in a lot of the photos.
Oh,
And
do ya?
because we know the business,
Yeah.
it's like, because they added some things. There's some facades that they put in. But you can definitely tell Corazon. And it's
Peru is a big film shooting town, by the way. I saw Steven Spielberg shoot the Twilight Zone movie there all those years ago. So it tells you how long that's been doing.
Tracker's been recently filmed up there.
Right.
You
Flow
have
too.
lanterns up there. There's all sorts of stuff that's going on up there. And that's what makes the place kind of special, is because we're trying to keep, almost every week we have a film company coming in and checking it out. And then, during the week, a lot of film people come in. We do events during the week. There's been some week weddings. Actually, yesterday, Jim had some people, because we had canceled the ribbon cutting because of the heat.
We were all looking forward to going, but it was too hot. Nobody's going to stand out there in that sun. And
right.
Yeah.
So we thought better, and we thought we'll wait for the cooler months, because it's an event that's worth having everybody come up and enjoy.
Yeah.
But Jim, being who he is, said, I'm going to go up there and stay up there, so that way if people show up, we can still give them a tour, because you don't know where people are coming from.
Right.
He's been reaching out all across LA County up to Santa Barbara, because we're trying to really build this place up. And we had some people coming from some distances.
I'm not surprised at all. It's that kind of place. It's known to those who know about it. I'll give you a perfect example. My mother's lived in Fillmore her entire life. That's where she was born, and that's where she stayed until she got married and moved to Ventura. But she always knew of the mansion, but she'd never been in the mansion. And she was thrilled when she heard it was going to be open, that she could go through and take a tour of it.
Yeah,
So,
and she still will be able to, because we get some events coming up that'll really open it up to the public.
The open house that's going to be moved forward.
The open house, we have an October 30th event. It's going to be a celebration of Houdini's 100th anniversary of his death. And we're doing a whole spooky kind of fun ghost seances, magic, escape artists,
music, food,
everything.
Wine.
It's a huge event, and it's going to be so much fun. These are things that haven't really happened there in a while. And we're opening it up because we really believe, Ken and Betty Lou really believe, that the public needs to experience this place, because it's amazing.
It really is.
And, they have a vineyard on the property. They have their home on the property. They have a ranch house. They have the Stone House, which is 2 extra apartments that they built next to their house. So that way, when there's an overflow at a wedding, people can stay in there. And they didn't spare expenses. They went all out. So when you go there, it feels so beautiful. It's not halfway done at all.
A lot of places you go like that and they feel old. They feel unlived in. Not this place. It feels alive and lived in. And that's really cool. That's one thing I really, truly love about it. So
yeah. And you have like a hammock outside. The grounds are beautiful. Jim was out there this morning watering the grass, because there's some grass that is getting so much sun, and it stresses him out, because he wants all the grass to look really pretty and it's a little brown. So he's out there with the hose, hand watering the grounds to try to beef it up, power hosing bushes that had spider mites on it. And he wanted to make sure they look good. So he's out there making sure it looks good. So it's very well loved. It's very well taken care of.
If you ever need it.
Well,
don't need it yet, but
power washing, that's what was suggested online, and it worked. It cleaned that bush right up. So, but you just have to do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, and you have to care. And that was one of the things when Betty Lou and Ken took Jim on. He's like, yeah, you're going to pay me, but I'm going to be worth it.
Yeah.
And it's been a very short time. It's been 2-3 months. And they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
You're more
He's
than
the right
worth
guy
it.
for the job. There's no question about it.
Invest 110%. That was Jared's motto through his acting years. You don't do 100%. You do 110%. And Jim does exactly the same thing. It's 110%. Everything is very personal to him. Every experience means the world to him to make sure it's the best experience you can have.
He takes such pride in what he does everywhere. I mean, here at the House of Magic, there at the mansion, everywhere. That's the kind of guy he is. So,
and that's what you want in a place like this,
Yeah.
because it does make a difference. And as we move forward and as things get better, we'll be able to invest more and more money and do bigger and grander things. But we don't leave the community out. We don't turn it into a place that only people with money can go to. We do want the people with money because they help support the place.
that's absolutely right.
But we also want to open it up to everybody because everybody should experience it.
Yeah.
And
How
that's
many
what we're
people who
doing.
live right there have never been inside there?
A lot. And
Exactly.
some of the events we've done recently, they're like, I live right down the road and I've never been up here. And this is amazing that you're opening it up for us to come up
Yeah,
and share in this experience.
exactly.
And that's what we want to do. It's not just about the money. It goes so much further than that, but
Yeah.
you're going to feel the luxury for
There's
sure.
no question. No question. Julie, join me in a Guinness.
Sure.
We're going to have a Guinness Zero right
And if
now.
I didn't talk it up enough, you can tell how passionate I am about it, but that's who I am. When I grasp onto something and I believe in something, I'm extraordinarily passionate. And my whole family is. So that shows you just how much you need to come and see. Because it is Newhall Mansion. It's not a mansion. It's not a ranch, and it's not an estate.
The ranch in there. I don't mean to. It's Newhall Mansion.
Well, we actually looked up what makes it a mansion over an estate or a ranch. A ranch is definitely
Obvious. It's got
worker.
Yes.
An estate is a very large place, but it is still functional like a worker place. It's it's about the agriculture. It's not necessarily, and it might be big and it might be beautiful, but it doesn't quite have that next level. A mansion constitutes excessive bathrooms, excessive rooms. The class that it takes is a whole different level. In order to
Sorry
be
for my bag.
a mansion, you have to have a level of extravagance that doesn't come with an estate or a ranch. And this place definitely does.
There's no question. There's no question. So we have Guinness Zero here, which, as you could tell, opens a lot like Guinness. You're supposed to pour Guinness up the middle, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like my son, in honor of my son, I'm sweating balls.
That was his comment when he came in earlier.
Oh my God. Especially when you start having a drink and it heats up your blood volume. Woo!
Now, this is Guinness Zero, as I said. So it's got completely no alcohol in it.
Yeah, so he's going to bring me back down to earth.
Yeah. So I had to get a beer in her quick. The thing is, I took this out of my little office fridge. And as you can hear, there's something clicking inside. And my first thought was, oh God, I kept it too close to the freezer because that side of that fridge gets everything frozen and there's no alcohol, so this will freeze. And then I realized it's not ice, it's the compressed air thing.
Yeah. What do they call that thing?
CO2.
CO2.
Or something
It's like a little ball. I believe.
It's hot as balls. No, it's not. So anyway,
Woo.
Gene,
Yeah.
this should help a little
You
bit.
have to look me in the eye, because otherwise
That's
you
the
get
rule.
7 years of bad sex. Is there such a thing? I guess there is. I guess
You know what?
I've never.
Sex is like pizza. It's always good to a certain point.
No, it's not always good to a certain point. If you're with the right person, it's always good.
That's right. Shelly's probably watching.
No, I'm telling you,
I know.
it is. If somebody's having bad sex, then they're doing it wrong, and they're with the wrong person. Just saying.
Straight from Julie's mouth. And
Yeah.
she's talking about Jim, by the way.
Oh, absolutely, 110%.
So Gene again.
Yes.
And this is, again, Guinness Zero. I really like Guinness Zero because it's very close to the original Guinness.
And it's hearty. It's a winter beer. It's not a summer beer.
Not light and refreshing, but
but it's good.
It's got that heavy feel to it. Remember when everybody used to say, "Oh, I drink Guinness, and that's the most alcohol you can drink," and we would tell them, "No, it's not. It's probably the least alcohol you can drink," and they never believe us until they looked at it themselves, because Guinness doesn't. The regular Guinness doesn't have that much alcohol. What, 4.3, I think.
I think at one point they had more, and back when they were first coming out and beers didn't have all these craft beers and IPAs that are higher alcohol. Yes, it might have been higher than your Michelob and all that.
Maybe.
But nowadays, when you've got all these IPAs and these, what are
Well, that's true, because the IPAs are, and
you're having
beers are
beers,
higher alcohol levels.
right?
That's very true.
So it's because of the beer has evolved.
Yes.
So now you can have beers that are much higher alcohol.
You might have been
content
drinking Guinness that was 4.3%, and that was high because the next beer down was 3.0. So that's a good point. That is a fair point. But anyway, if you have to stop drinking like I did, this isn't a bad place to go, because it tastes very much like the original. It looks like the original. It gives you a nice little
if you like a
coffee
heavy
head.
stout,
Yeah,
because it is a creamy, heavy stout.
no question.
But it has the flavor. It does not disappoint.
And there's no pig bladder.
Well,
Was it fish bladder?
I don't know.
Original Guinness had, I think, fish bladder in it.
The
Are you drooling? So hot in here.
No.
We're not going to do a full show today because
it is.
we need to get out to the Harbor Cove
where it's
next to
cool.
Yes.
The Bureau, I've been enjoying the Bureau. A little heavier, the one that I got. I have to try some of the other ones.
Yeah, try the Shandy.
But I am enjoying them. It's so nice because when you have some of these zero alcohols now, before you had them and it was like, oh, no way. Now it's like, okay, I could deal with this.
Yeah.
So during the week, I'm going to behave and I'm going to do the zero, but still feel like I'm having something to relax by, because it's some of it is a mentality.
It is mindset. That's true.
You're sitting down and you feel like you're having a cocktail with everybody else. You're having a beer, something.
It's still social.
Mentally, it fits.
Yeah.
But then if you really want to go to the next level, then you can have on the weekends or whatever without killing your body. It's good for your body.
Yeah. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, we're sharing baby pictures.
Hi, sweet pea.
Is that a baby picture or is that live?
It's a baby video.
A live feed? Oh, okay.
I love you.
I
miss you.
It's the grandson. Grandson likes to go and exploit favoritism with Gingy.
And it's
Well, I wonder where he learned that.
It is not hard. He is
learned it
my
from her. Is where he learned it.
sweet pea.
Yeah.
That boy is,
He's spoiled rotten is what he is.
and that's the way it should be.
That's right. And then when you're finished spoiling him, you just hand him back.
He should have his special place, and that's Gingy.
Oh, by the way, is Josh giving you any news?
No.
No? Shoot.
They're trying.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times his Josh will say, I feel like eating Taco Bell to his knife tonight for dinner. And his wife will go, do you want a grandson or not? No, Josh, you're not having Taco Bell. So yeah. So the playing field has been laid, but not laid in the successful amount.
Okay, take it from my second son, Jacob. The best cure for that is to let go. Stop trying so hard.
I'll tell him that.
To enjoy the process.
As much as you can. Get monotonous sometimes.
Yeah.
And I am. And there's
we've
nothing
been on the
wrong
show
with
with you
that.
for 10 years. We know.
And I have 4 healthy, beautiful boys. So I own it. I love it. And I parade it around.
Unless the cleaners show up. That's another story. We won't tell that right now. So tell us about the vineyard that you went up to.
Oh, I also did something very different this week that I've never done before. I was asked to go up and help harvest this year's crop of grapes.
So you're actually picking, or
it was a system that
And-
we did.
and-
There was
I'm
about
sorry,
10 people.
where's this at?
This was at the mansion. They have
Oh,
their
the
own
mansion.
grapes.
Okay, the mansion.
Yeah.
Because there's one in Ojai we're going to talk about too.
And they have they had Sangiovese and Malbec grapes. The Sangiovese were in massive supply. We had a ton of grapes from them. And then the Malbecs were a little bit less, but they were still they were super juicy. I mean, the minute you touched them, they were like popping open. So you have to be careful because you don't want to lose all that juice.
That's
It's
true.
important. But they were really nice looking. We did probably between 1,100 to 1,200 pounds of grapes.
Jeez, that's a lot of grapes.
And we had a system. You had your pickers, and then you had the people that were running the buckets.
Yeah.
So you'd fill up your bucket, and somebody'd come by and pick it up and give you an empty bucket.
Was everybody else experienced with that, or were there other special guests
I
there?
think a lot of them have done it before. I was probably one of the few that was the first time, but it was so much fun to be on the other side of things and to learn a little bit about which grapes are the best grapes to pick, and to just be out there early because the sun and the heat and everything else. But to know that this next round of wine that's coming out, you were a part of picking it and putting it together. You know, it was fun. It was something I'd never done before. And then we brought it up to a vineyard in Ojai. What did we say it was?
It's in the notes.
Oh my gosh. I can't even believe I already forgot the name.
It is Casa Loce.
Loce in Ojai. Beautiful, beautiful vineyard. The guy up there, Sam, so sweet and friendly and nice. He opened up the cooler with a lot of the barrels, and as soon as he opens it up, you can smell all the fermenting grapes. And it was like, I know a lot of people would probably like, oh, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's
and
part of the process.
Huge. And he shared with us some peaches. He had these gorgeous peaches that were perfect, not too ripe, but just crisp enough. Looked beautiful. He was making us a peach cider with them.
Oh, nice.
And just so super friendly. He let us each have a peach, and they were so yummy. And we talked about the show, and he was like, oh, maybe I'll sign on and check it out. So I gave him the link so he could figure out where to go to find it.
If you're there, hi, Sam.
Very nice, very, very helpful. He was very busy, so we weren't able to do any wine tasting or anything. But I'm sure at some point Ken will take me up there and we'll be able to test some stuff out. But that's where Ken has now been taking his wine to get it processed, to destem and everything.
He takes and they process them into wine.
Yeah, they do all the cleaning. They destem them. They put it, mash it down, put it in the barrels, and then let it ferment and do all the stuff there.
And we've had the wine. It's good wine. It's very good wine. Who gets to stomp it? I've always wanted to stomp grape. They won't let me because there's more bacteria on my feet than there is the grapes. But
yeah, we don't want any of that
toe funk,
that fungi beard crap.
Yeah. Oh no, we're not doing that ever again. That was one lesson hard learned.
The wines that they'll be doing, I think they're going to do a blend with this one, with the Sangiovese and the Malbec together. So it'll be a blend wine,
like a collaboration or a blend of styles.
The two wine, when they do like a Syrah and a Malbec and then a Grenache.
Okay, so it's going to be
them together.
Gotcha.
So this will be a blend of those two. But they have great wines. They've tried different things. They have a new one out that should be maturing pretty soon.
So we'll try that on the show.
It's just so much fun because you learn so much about these wines that they have. They have a rosé, they have a Sangiovese, they have a Chardonnay, they have a Malbec. I think they have at least 4 wines that they normally produce. And I'm always, when I'm up there with them, they're like, oh, try this. And, they're different every time. That's how wine is.
As they should.
Every distribution is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
but it's just neat. I love it. It's interesting. It's fun. You meet the most interesting people.
It's a whole different world, really, isn't it? It's like
It is.
it's not a. I don't want to. Difference probably the wrong term for it because it makes it sound like it's strange. It's not a strange world. It's just it's a unique cast of characters and ingredients and processes that you don't see unless you're doing that.
And when you really get into it, if you love it, it's a creative process.
Yeah, yeah.
And you learn a lot about how foods blend with this and that, and how, in me being a foodie and liking my wines, seeing how these things come together and how it changes and tastes good and different things. To me, it's interesting and I love it. It's fun. It's very social. When you do a wine tasting dinner, you get a big table and you got people all over and they're all having these like little mini conversations, and these people that they bring in are all different walks of life. I had this great conversation with a professor of arts a little while ago at Corazon, and I'm very much into the arts, but just listening to him talk, and he's been teaching at this college. I can't remember which college it is, and I'm so sorry, but you drinking wine and you don't always remember.
Some things go away. Yes.
But you just find interesting people and you have interesting conversations, and you all of a sudden start to look back at it and go, I feel like a grown up.
Yeah. Isn't that true? There's something about talking to people your age that makes you feel, depending on the conversation, of course, that makes you.
No, it's very, instead of the grind of every day and working hard, going home, doing all those things, you're doing things that you enjoy. You're eating good food. You're socializing. Since we became involved with the mansion, I've had my mom, even the other day, she's like, you've had so many times where you called me and said, oh, I did this and it was so much fun. I'm like, it's living and it's amazing.
Experiences equal living. They sure do. Yeah.
It's just awesome. It's so much fun. And I've had so much fun with you guys in the show. You guys are like my best friends, honest to God. I'm not even kidding you. When people say, your best friends, I'm like, okay, it is the Bolton boys, because I feel very connected to you guys. But whenever I do things with you, I get that sense of I had a ton of fun. I go home, I'm happy. That's what you guys need to do. Do that for yourself.
Go out there, live your life experience, be dynamic. Yeah, just live. That's it. Exactly.
Live.
That's really what this show is all about. It's about living it up, about enjoying your life, about keeping things fresh and unique and not experience. Yeah, experience. It's all about experiences. I want to talk to you a little bit about that too, because I'm thinking at some point maybe we can do a broadcast from the mansion.
Ooh, that would be a lot of fun.
So
that would definitely be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm sure Ken would love to be on the show and talk about the wine.
And I would love to ask him questions. I have so many questions when you were telling me about what you're doing. Like, how does he keep each wine consistent? How does take us through the process of delivering the grapes and having them. There's all kinds of stuff. So let's talk about
growing of the grapes and what you have to do to protect the grapes and different climates. Like they noticed. The grapes, they were talking the whole time we were picking about how last year they didn't have as many grapes, but they would look different. Where this year there was so much more when it came to the Sangiovese, and they were bigger and they looked better. And the climate might have been the cause. But just learning all about these things that we don't think about because we open a bottle of wine and we drink it.
Right.
But there's a process that really affects how this outcome is in the end.
And, weather can kill a winery in 1 year, not in this one in particular, because they've got everything else going on. But there are wineries that we're going to be great this year because we get this
sight for Mama. As he's a little dog, they're
Yeah.
gonna take him lickety split.
Sorry, I lost us for a second, but we're back at least for a few more minutes.
He was having a ton of fun running around.
Chewy is under the table right now.
Mhm.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a Shih Tzu Bichon.
Hey, language. Oh, that's right. And he's the sweetest dog, but he's down there right now, and he's like my dogs are today. Just flat done. It's too hot. I'm not doing it. I'm a dog. I don't have to do anything. More power to him.
He liked being inside the mansion because they tile floors and they had the AC on. There was a couple times we were like, "Come on, Chewy, go outside," and he's looking at us like, "Are you nuts?"
Does he sploot? Does he lay with his like Superman?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, our Yorkie, who's here on my shirt somewhere. He sploots all the time. He just lays flat like Superman on his belly, especially in the kitchen.